feel so much better for getting sorted. I think there's something with travelling where things can be quite chaotic and very busy here. They have these robots. I think they've got cameras on them. Maybe he could get me some B-roll for the vlog. Some roof gardens bang in the middle of the city like that. I want to give you a hotel room tour. Ah! Okay, so that's hitting the door. Mountain tea pillows. It's also known to calm the liver and relieve pain. Should have had that after the flight here. Hello? I may live to regret this. To my channel. I'm back today with a vlog for you, and I think today's vlog is going to be quite a long one because I am in China. I'm in a city called Chengdu and I've got a lot of things to show you. I've just got up, gone to the gym, and next up I think I'm going to have some breakfast. There's some good options here, so I'll show you around the breakfast buffet because we all love a buffet, and then we're going to go and do some exploring and I'll show you what I've been up to for the past few days. So before we get going, if you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe. I'm posting new videos every single week, and if you enjoy this little look around with me, to give this video a thumbs up. I've been finding the breakfast here quite overwhelming because they've got so much choice, and they've got all Chinese food, they've got more Western style, and so yeah, I've ended up with a bit of a mix today. So I've gone for some fruit and I've gone for some dim sum. I think this is prawns. And is this pak choy? I can't remember what that vegetable is, but it's delicious. And roasted pumpkin, and yeah, I'm not sure what this is. It's some kind of omelette with, is that some bread inside? I'm not sure, but it looks delicious. And I've gone for a mango yogurt, grapefruit juice, and of course, an emergency banana. And talking of pumpkin, I hear that it is basically autumn back home. I'm not sure if I want to return to the UK because all I've heard is that it's just raining, and it's going to be raining for the next month or so. So I'm hoping that my kitchen roof is alright and it hasn't fallen through because I still haven't fixed the leak. The food here has been amazing. I'll tell you more about some of the dishes that I've tried here. I've tried some interesting things I've never had back in the UK before, but overall the food has been absolutely delicious. The famous dish here is hot pot. I went for a fish one. It had a spicy side and a more mild side. It was delicious. You can also get ones where you cook everything in it yourself, so you can get served different meats, vegetables, and even some more daring options like stomach. Oh, I got a couple of boiled eggs as well, just you know, and a double espresso. And I've got my chopsticks. Another coffee. I have been struggling a bit with the time difference here. So here is 7 hours ahead from the UK. So I've been finding myself waking up in the middle of the night at about 2 AM, wide awake. One night I ended up watching a film, another night I just went on my phone for a bit, which is really bad, I know, but yeah, it's just been hard to adjust. And then in the day at around 4 PM just hit a wall and had to get iced coffee because it has been very hot here. It's 36 degrees. But my latte's just arrived and I just want to show you it because I think you'll like it. Okay, so I've just jumped in a taxi and we're going to the shopping centre that has a panda on the roof. It's very cool. I think you're going to love it. It's got lots of installations and artworks as well up on the rooftop, so we'll go and have a look at those. Just got the taxi and said I wanted to go to the shopping centre with the panda on the roof. Don't speak any Chinese, and there was some confusion, and I think the guy at the hotel thought I wanted to go and see the pandas. Chengdu is famous for its pandas. I've actually been to see those already. So what I'm going to do is I'll pop in a little bit of footage of that now. So you can go and see my trip out to the pandas, which is about 40 minutes out of Chengdu to see the pandas. So I'm glad that we sort of sorted that one out, because I'm going 5 minutes down the road to the shopping mall and not 40 minutes out of town to see the pandas for the second time. Yeah, I do recommend that you pick up a little card at your hotel if you are in China, and they can do a little translation on it for you that you can show to the taxi driver. Taxis are very affordable here. Their short journeys are like £1 or £2, so it's a good way to get around, especially when it's 36 degrees heat outside. And yeah, walking 1 or 2 blocks, you will be drenched in sweat. Well, I will be drenched in sweat because you know what my sweat situation is like. I will stop rambling. Let's take a look at the pandas that I went to see, and maybe I'll put a bit of voiceover over that to explain what we're seeing there. But yeah, very cute, lots of panda action for you now. The pandas are about 14 minutes out of the city centre. The traffic getting in to see the pandas was very busy. I don't know if this is because it was the summer holidays, but there was a lot of traffic to get in. Once you're inside, there's souvenirs you can pick up, and then you pay around £7 for your entry ticket. First stop is to see the pandas. I recommend going early in the morning, because when we went around midday, the pandas were already tired. It was very hot outside, so they were indoors in the cooler indoor areas. And the windows were steamed up as well, so it was kind of tricky to see them, but you did get to have a decent look at them. Outside you can see the red pandas. They're free to roam around outside, and you can get a really close look at them. These guys are probably the similar size of a fox in the UK, or I guess a small dog or a large cat. They have big bushy tails that they use to curl around themselves to keep themselves warm, and if they're in danger they can actually stand up on their hind legs. They're not actually members of the panda family, so you can pause the video here if you want to read some more information about them. They're really good at climbing trees, so definitely look up while you're wandering around. And they eat bamboo, so obviously there's loads of bamboo growing here for them to feed on. They did draw lots of crowds. The walkways were very busy with people. I don't know if this was because it was the summer holidays or whether it's this busy all year round, but I would definitely recommend going early in the morning, as I say, so that you can see the other pandas out and about feeding as well. As you can see, this guy drew a crowd and then he climbed down the tree, so I couldn't get the camera to focus in time, but it gives you an idea of what good climbers they are. It's very busy here. And here's some of the other pandas indoors in their cool indoor area. That's the only bit of Chinese that I've learned. Xie xie, I think is thank you, and ni hao is hello. So we've made it. The shopping mall is across the street over there. You can see the panda up there, climbing up over onto the rooftop, so you can go up to the roof garden and his face is poking over the sides. We'll pop up there and have a look at that in a minute. I'm just trying to think of the things I need to tell you about China, because obviously it's very different here, but then very similar as well to London in many ways. This is quite a relaxed city. It's I can't remember how it compares in size, but I know it's a lot smaller than somewhere like Beijing or Shanghai, and yeah, just generally more relaxed, so people don't walk really fast like they do in London or the bigger cities here. There is a relaxed vibe, so even though it seems very busy and crowded and huge and you can't really get your bearings, everyone's quite chilled here, so yeah, It's kind of like you hear horns beeping, but no one's really getting stressed about it kind of vibe. You will notice that there is bikes on the pavement and motorbikes, which, yeah, they just sort of like meander around you, so you don't need to worry about that. And yeah, really busy, but kind of relaxed at the same time. It's hard to explain it, but yeah, everyone here seems really friendly and been very welcoming. So we'll pop over here now and have a little look in the shopping mall and get into some air conditioning, because the minute you step outside here it feels like the sun is literally searing down on you. It's 36 degrees, as I said already, and just a scorcher. You'll also notice that there's people here with umbrellas, so obviously that's not for the rain. There's been absolutely no rain forecast. It's to protect them from the sun and I guess all the UV as well. You'll also see people going around on bikes with kind of like bibs on that kind of cover their full body and sometimes their face as well, and I think that's just to kind of like protect them from the pollution. Crossing the road here can be a bit of a challenge, but I think you kind of just have to, be brave, and hopefully they will stop. No. You just work it. Oh, there's one of those bibs I was just telling you about. We've made it up to the rooftop, and as you can see there's lots of people taking photos with the panda. I think he's quite a landmark here. There he is. I feel like this would make a good thumbnail. Okay, so let's, oh, where is he? There he is. Bye bye panda, it's nice meeting you. We'll go and have a look at some of the sculptures now, because I've seen there's a few sculptures down there that I think might be worth a little look. They have these kind of robots just patrolling the roof garden here. I'm not exactly sure what they do. I think they've got cameras on them so they can keep an eye on what's going on. Maybe security are able to control them. I've noticed lots of security cameras around, but I've never seen a moving one like that before. Maybe he could get me some B-roll for the vlog. Would you mind just going and, yeah, you go and do that and I'll insert it later, and we'll carry on looking at the sculptures. Look at this bench. We've got a giant Wrigley's wrapper over here. Maybe that belongs to the panda. Maybe he's a fan of chewing gum. I've got a brolly. I just thought I'd try one out to see how much difference it makes, and immediately you do feel a whole lot cooler, so I can really appreciate why people use these when they're walking around the city day to day. There, but it looks like something's drawn a crowd. So out the back of the IFS mall, I've stumbled across this kind of, it's like a designer village, I guess. Lots of designer stores here. Kind of reminds me of Bicester Village if you're from the UK. It's that sort of vibe, but I don't think anything's discounted here. And there's signs to Temple Plaza. Is that where we want to go? There is a temple around here that I thought we'd have a quick look at, but I think I'm lost. And it's midday now and I'm getting scorched. Let me get in the shade. Here we are at the temple house. So ancient in comparison to the buildings surrounding it. Look at these. The size of them. The ferns seem to be growing really well out here, so they're obviously getting a lot of sunlight. I think I need to move my ferns into the sun. Don't know why they're looking so sorry for themselves back home. This is a nice bar. Cool little bar. Okay, I'm lost. Yeah, in terms of navigation around here, I think an old-fashioned map is probably a good idea if you do come here. I found that Google Maps works to an extent, but sometimes with the translation, it doesn't find quite where you're looking for, so you end up going possibly to the wrong place. It's happened to me a couple of times. In China, which I feel like is an accomplishment. I literally thought that was going to be impossible because there's like 6 lanes of traffic and I couldn't really tell which ones. Well, I would just have my arm out basically and hope for the best, but I saw one coming around the corner, so I waved it down. So I'm now heading back to the hotel. I need to pack up and get out of there we're heading out at 2 o'clock, and this evening I'm going to be staying in a hotel by the airport because my flight is at what time is it? 8 in the morning, I think, so I'll need to be getting up probably around 4:30, so I'll try and get an early night tonight. I've been working out here, so as some of you know, I do directing work as well as doing YouTube and my blog, and so I've been doing some directing work out here. The shoot went really well. It was tough shooting in 36-degree heat when you're in a city and there's not much breeze, but other than that it was all fantastic. I had a really good time and a lovely crew that I was working with as well. So that's all done, so my main bulk of work here is done. I've got quite a bit of catching up to do in terms of emails and YouTube side of life because it's been quite difficult to get online here. If you do come in to China from somewhere like maybe the UK or US, some apps don't work in China, so you need to figure out a way to kind of get around that. So things like Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, things that I use quite a lot don't really work out here unless you manage to sort of reroute it and bounce it via America or England or UK back to here. So if you use those apps, it can take a little while. So I haven't really been posting on Instagram this week. So today I started to upload some stories, and I'll save those as a China highlight, so you could have a look at those if you want to. And that's over on my Instagram, which is Mr. Carrington, and it'd be great to see you over there. I'm back at the hotel and I want to give you a hotel room tour because I honestly think that this is one of the nicest hotels that I've ever stayed in. It's the Ritz-Carlton. I don't know if that's like a member of the Ritz, like the Ritz in London's family. I don't know if they're associated, but it's very fancy, it's very posh, and it's got lots of little touches that I really like, so I just thought I'd show you some of the details. If you like details on a hotel room tour, you'll enjoy this next bit of the vlog, and if you don't, you could just skip forward a bit to the next bit that's not in the hotel room, I suppose. But we'll start with this area here. What should we call this? It's almost like the office, isn't it? So they have this beautiful desk. They do give you a little fruit bowl as well, which I thought was such a nice touch, and there were some really good fruits. Don't even know what all of them were because I've never tried them before. And then, yeah, it just seems really fancy with all the panelling and the gold touches. Every night they give you one of these, which are really sweet, and I don't know what they are exactly. I thought they were bookmarks, but then it says a modern twist on the unique Chengdu tea culture. Really sweet. So they give you those every evening. And then these buttons, well, first of all, you can do this. So it's a drawer, and then you get your options of things to press. You don't need an adapter plug here. I always like to tell you guys about the adapter situation, and here it seems to work for all different ones. And then you've got your drapery buttons. So if you just knock those like that, oh, that's the sheer, that's already done. Off they go. So they'll close for you. You don't need to get out of the bed. Very handy. And I've noticed as well that when you leave the room, I think somehow automatically the drapes will close. So if it's a hot day, yeah, the drapes will close by themselves. There is a laser in the room that I think controls that. I heard an American guy at breakfast going, "Oh my God, there was a laser in the room." But yeah, I think it is just for that. I think it just scans the room to see if there's anyone in it, and it's very clever because it knows if there's no one in here. Let's open the other one as well, and I'll show you the view. Just before we move on, lots of options here. You've got a bedroom light. What's that one? Privacy. Oh, that's so that no one can come in the room. If you want your privacy. You've got a night light. Night light is under the under that thing there. So that can just guide you to the bathroom at night time if you want to keep that on without tripping over. You know when you always trip over the bed or there's something like the suitcase. Yeah, that will help stop that situation. And then you've got a reading light, which is up there and shines diagonally across to your side of the bed. And then you've also got the master light, which is that one there. I'm literally going through light switches. Sorry, this could be very boring for many of you, but I like to know the details of a hotel room, and you may do as well. So this is the view. I spent so much time just looking out here at all the different buildings. This is a city that you really, well, I can't get a sense of the scale of it. It just seems so big. There's so many tall buildings. It's quite overwhelming in many ways, but as I said earlier, it does feel relaxed here. And what I love is if we look closely, you can see some roof gardens, which I think is so cool, bang in the middle of the city like that. There's a little roof garden there, and you can see a little balcony down there, and lots more on these blocks over here. I just find it fascinating. I could sit and try and pick things out of here all day. I love this room so much. I always feel when I stay in a hotel that I never get enough time in the room, even when I'm on holiday or whether I'm working, whatever the situation is, I always get to the end of it and wish I had more time just to spend in the hotel room if it's a nice hotel, because I just always want to enjoy it a little bit more because, well, wait till you see the bathroom. But anyway, let me show you the desk first. What have we got to show you here? There's some postcards, which I love a free postcard. So that one's going to go to my mum because it's got the panda on the front. Yeah, so I might write that in a bit. And then we've got a pillow menu. So you can choose, oh my goodness. See, now this is, I haven't read this properly before, and now I'm full of regret that I didn't choose a buckwheat pillow or a jasmine mountain tea pillow. Improves eyesight, calms the nerves, refreshes the brain. I need a mountain tea pillow in my life. I can't believe that I didn't properly look at that menu. I'm really annoyed. I've been on the very, very nice pillows, but not the mountain tea pillow or the jasmine aromatic pillow that could have refreshed and detoxified myself and rectified and harmonised my key. Oh, and the jasmine one's also known to calm the liver and relieve pain. Should have had that after the flight here. And the buckwheat hull refreshes the brain and may relieve common sleeping problems such as tension, muscle pain and headache. These pillows sound like a dream. I'm full of regret. I hope that they have a pillow menu at the airport hotel, but I'm not holding out for it. So that's in there. There's also a spa menu and yeah, some different compartments. You've got the phone there and a reading lamp and just a very nice area indeed. It really does feel quite posh, well, very posh in here to me. The bedding is something else. I just don't want to leave this bed behind. It's been so comfortable. And then over here, we've got the TV, which has got a few channels. What did I watch? I can't remember, but it had a movie on every night. So I've seen some good films. Just some storage there. There's a DVD player, go old school. And then here, if you order room service, You've got some cutlery and some plates, the menu's there. And then over here, there is a coffee machine. Oh, I was just about to make another one. I've had too many coffees today, but we'll just go with it. And then snacks, mini bar, not touching those. A water here is the equivalent of £6. And you know what I'm like, so I've been bringing my own water and putting it in the fridge. And I've got my water bottle as well, but I've been told not to drink the tap water here, so I haven't been using that, but that would be great for the flight home, and also my coffee container as well. They have got a teapot, which often you don't see abroad, I found, but they do have them here. And then here you've got the mini bar, and you've got just a drawer and glasses and whatnot. Again, wouldn't touch the mini bar. There's a 7-Eleven literally downstairs, so you can get a beer down there for probably about £1, I think, maybe less. Another bedside table here, I like the fact it's got a clock. I've been using my own pillow spray. I've shown this one before, I think. I'm just using this pillow mist called Peaceful Night by Botanics. I forgot where I got that. I think it was from Boots. And I've been slathering this serum onto my face. I wore this on the flight out here as well, just because, yeah, just felt really dehydrated a lot of the time. Nice stool at the end of the bed, which is perfect for putting your shoes on. And then through here, this is my favourite part. This bathroom is something else. I have been coming into this bathroom in the morning, imagining that this could be my bathroom at home, and then reminding myself that this bathroom is probably the square footage of half my entire flat in London, so don't think that's going to be an option. So you've got a rain shower and the, what do you call that one? The hose. Yeah, lovely walk-in shower, and then you've got this rather nice mother of pearl side table. The bath is lovely and also has a television. You also get bath salts and like a back scrubber. The products in here are by, oh, I've used them all. The products in here are by Asprey. I found myself waking up in the middle of the night here, so one evening I was literally in the bath watching it at like 1 AM, but yeah, that probably wasn't the best thing to do. I should have just tried to go back to sleep, but that happened. There's lighting options in here. So when you do take a bath or a shower, you've got the option of having the ceiling lamp, the chandelier, or the wall sconce. And now onto my favourite part of the bathroom. This may be TMI for some of you, but I think you'll appreciate the details. As I said, I want to give you a detailed hotel room tour. So this is the toilet. I'm not sure what those are for. Maybe these are to put on the floor. They're kind of like pillowcases, but not. Anyway, you open the door and the toilet says hi and opens its lid for you. A little light comes on in case it's nighttime. And then once you're going about your business, you have some options for when you've finished. Oh, I'm just sitting on it dressed, just so you know. I don't think I've ever had a toilet with this many options before. So, we start off with the option of rear cleansing. Now, I would warn you about rear cleansing because essentially what happens is a little hose pipe comes out from the back of the toilet and will squirt you in the rear at quite a forceful pressure. I think the kind of pressure that might kind of take weeds out in between paving slabs. So there's a second option, which is rear cleansing soft, which is kind of like, I would say, a hose pipe that you could water the plants with and the earth would stay in the pot. Do you hear? Oh, what's happening to the focus? You've also got the option of front cleansing and you've got the option of pressure. So you can turn the pressure down, but as I say, if you're new to this kind of toilet situation, start with the soft. So once you have got your cleansing going, there's some other options on the top. There is oscillating and pulsating, which essentially makes the jet of water either vibrate or kind of pump back and forth. And then you've also got the option of the dryer. So once you've finished, you can have a little blow dry should you wish. There's also toilet seat down, toilet seat up, or the middle bit down, and there we are. There's also a very important button, which is the flush, and also the stop button, just in case you didn't mean to hit that rear cleanser. There is also a phone in here in case of emergency. Hello. Let me just show you the rear cleanser so you can see. Oh, it does flush automatically. That made me jump. Yeah, it knows when to flush. You don't need to press anything for flushing. Okay. Right, let's put my foot there, and then it will know that I'm sitting there. Rear cleanser. Oh goodness. Okay, so here it comes. So it comes like that. Ah! Okay, so that's hitting the door. Yeah, you can see the kind of power we're working with. It's had enough. And I'll just show you pulsating. So you can see it has a difference in the spray. Oh my goodness. We now have a wet door. I'll clean that up. And, oh, hello. Yeah, I'm sorry if that was too much for some of you, but I thought it was interesting, and I just wanted to show you the full hotel room. And then onto the last bit, which I think is really handy, and that's a separate walk-in wardrobe area and also space to store your suitcase. And there's also a safe as well, which is really good size, fits the laptop, which always gets a thumbs up from me. So that is the room. Oh, these are fire masks, just in case you're wondering what those are. That's the room. I'm going to get packed up now and out of here. I'm hoping, oh, I don't think I've got time. Have I got time? Yeah, I've got time. I'm going to go to the steam room for maybe 20 minutes as well. So I'm going to get quickly packed up and then I'm going to get out of here. I'm always torn as to whether to take the products from the hotel bathrooms, which end up with like boxfuls at home, but when they're nice ones, I do sometimes still take them. And I thought I'd just take a couple in case the other hotel doesn't have such nice shampoos. I didn't actually pack any to bring with me, so I've got a couple in the suitcase. I think we're pretty much good to go now. I've packed really badly because I thought I'll just sort it all out at the other hotel a bit later on, because this is the situation. I've not done a very good job at all, but I thought, yeah, I'll just throw it all in here and then I'm going to sort it out, so I've got some time later. So I made it to the airport hotel, and now I'm going to unpack my suitcase because I didn't pack it properly. So I'm going to get everything out on the bed and just go through it all and put all my dirty laundry into the laundry bag and try and get some sort of order in it, because at the moment it's got things like wet swimming trunks, and I think there's some random food in there that I just threw in, so I don't want like Snickers bars melting all over my luggage. And yeah, just gonna go through it all, get that sorted, and then I might go for a massage. They've got a spa on the second floor here, so maybe I'll do that, and then probably just get an early night. It's a 3-hour flight to Hong Kong, and I think there's about 3-hour transfer there, and then it's 13 hours back to London Heathrow. So we're spending a lot of time in the sky, so I'll probably edit this vlog while I'm up there. Really should try and get an early night tonight, because I land at, I think, around 10 PM, so the idea is that I just stay awake for the flights. It's quite a lot of hours, so yeah, anyway, we'll see. I'll get on with this packing. That feels so much better. As you can see, I've got my swimming trunks drying on the television, and I've basically just given everything a good sort out. So I've got all my dirty washing separated, these are clean, shoes are packed away properly. That's the day bag that I use for when I'm on shoots, all organised. And I've got my backpack that I take on the flight with me. I've just been through this, which is a wash bag that I kind of used as a separate pouch to take out on the flight, that just has essentials in it that I need when I'm flying, like various sets of headphones, painkillers, earplugs, pencils, pens, diary, chewing gum, that kind of thing. And then this also comes onto the flight with me. This is a cabin bag. So I got the IT luggage. I have done a video on packing hacks. If you want to watch that, I'll link it for you. But in here essentially is anything that kind of is really important. So I've got all the media from the shoot that I've been working on. I've got my own stuff as well, documents and receipts that I need to go through. So they're all safe in there. my travel containers, and then I've also got, I'm going to take a spare t-shirt in case I get, well, it's a long way, so I might change like halfway through before I get home. And I've also got this kind of, I think this is actually a thermal top. I got it in Lidl from the middle aisle, but it's really lightweight and it's just good as an extra layer in case the aircon is blasting on the flight. And also when I get back to the UK, because I've heard it's autumn back home, I always wear a hoodie when I'm traveling, so I've got that, and I've just got my laptop and my planner, notebook, and this memory foam pillow that I pack, and it also kind of sits really nicely in the suitcase to keep everything in place. I've also got this, which I need to bring onto the flight with me because I don't want it to get damaged, which is a fan that I picked up at the market with pandas on it that I'm going to give to my mum because she wanted me to pick a fan up for her, and it's actually really effective. Obviously you can't get the breeze through the screen, but yeah, these really work if you are hot. I guess that's why they were invented. So that will go in there as well, and I've put my clothes out that I'm going to wear on the flight, so I just know that that's sorted and nothing to think about when I wake up. And I've just pulled out the bits that I need in the bathroom and started to sort of separate those. So yeah, I've just pulled out all of these ones that will be coming on the flight with me. These are all my miniatures that I take on board. So we've got the Vicks First Defense. I think it's going to be cough and cold season again already. Yeah, fragrance and vitamin C, you've seen that already. Hand gel, and I've got these wipes. I picked these up before coming out here, not realising how panda themed it was going to be, but these came from Boots in the UK, and they are biodegradable wipes. So if you do need wipes, do look out for ones like this. They were £1.50, which isn't too bad. And yeah, it just is obviously that bit better for the environment. We all know how bad wipes are. Feels so much better for getting sorted. I think there's something with traveling where things can be quite chaotic in terms of, yeah, just you're sort of facing lots of different things all the time in different situations. So it's quite nice sometimes just to get organised, even if it's just sorting out the luggage. So I know when I get home, it's not going to be a complete disaster. I can just throw all that straight in the wash and hopefully maybe manage to unpack my suitcase within a week. Although, yeah, I don't think I've managed that this year. I've been terrible. It's just been on constant rotation. But yeah, it's just nice to get organised every now and then. So yeah, now that's done, I feel like I can relax. So I think I'm going to go and check out the spa, have a little massage if there's one available. Okay, I'm in the massage area. I've gone for a Thai one again. I may live to regret this. What do we think? Okay, I'll see you in 80 minutes. I'm terrified. That was much more painful than the previous one I had, and the previous one was painful. That, oh my goodness, the pain on my thighs and my calves and some of the stretching. She went down all one side of my body, and all I could think throughout that entire process was, I've got to repeat this all on the other side. It was like being in a torture chamber slightly, but hopefully it'll be beneficial. I did think at one point parts of me were going to break. I thought some of my limbs might become unattached because she was fully like yanking my arm, pulling it out of its socket, pulling my legs out of their sockets, twisting me about, twisting my back, cracking me around. Anyway, I've survived, just about. And honestly, it's so brutal. I think I need to have a lie down and a nap, but that's not a good idea because I need to try and stay awake. There's a free dinner voucher with the hotel, so it doesn't start until 9:30, which is quite late for dinner. But I might go down for that in a bit, basically because it's free. I should just go to bed, but I'm sort of intrigued by this free dinner voucher. Good morning, it is 7:30 and I'm just about to board my flight. So I've got the first one that's 3 hours, and then I think it's about a 3 hour layover in Hong Kong, and then 14-hour one. I've just bought a panda. So I've made it on board the flight from Hong Kong, now heading back to London Heathrow. And the flight seems quite quiet so far, so fingers crossed it won't be too busy. I might even get an aisle to myself. Well, I say to myself, but I'd quite like to get a seat for my mate. So hopefully this guy will be able to sit next to me and get a seat to himself. If not, you're staying in the bag. and so are you. It's stormy weather outside. Like, it's been delayed by 2 hours now. Just editing this vlog. I've just got home and the time is midnight. So I've been travelling, I've just worked it out, for basically 24 hours. So I'm absolutely shattered. So I'm going to end the vlog here, but I really hope you enjoyed this look around China with me and travelling with me. And do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm going to make a cup of tea now and get to bed. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye. But today I have started to upload a load of stories that and fancy and rather posh. I love this room so much. Oh, hi. That's a great angle.
The aircraft
So,
is now being refueled. Please remain.
And if you did, do give it. I'm so tired.